Hi guys, welcome to Leto with me, Kaun Nkosi. And yes, for those that don't know me, Kenna Kaun Nkosi, and welcome to Leto. This is a channel that literally came after my podcast, which is Leto the Journey, which is a podcast that literally unpacks African spirituality. So with this channel, we actually aim to teach, show people gore African spirituality, what is it about, balifi, baporofeta, basebeletsi, the works. So far it's only been about traditional healing and meeting traditional healers, and moving forward I literally aim to actually unpack more of African spirituality and help our African brothers and sisters on how certain things can be done and how we can actually go about certain things, right, in African spirituality. So I'm not saying I know everything regarding African spirituality. All my way is the only way. Literally have to get that out of the way. So I'm literally sharing my experience and what I've gathered throughout the years I've been a healer and so forth. So if you're literally joining us for the first time, you are welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking time out to listen. And today we are doing an assumption tag, right? I think a lot of people have a lot to say about traditional healers, and I feel like batho ba bantsi, they didn't really take time out to try and learn and understand what traditional healing is, because we grew up in an era where you know, and people never really took the time to actually say, you know what, I really fully want to understand this and know what is it about before I have to actually share my 2 cents. So yes, guys, here goes nothing. I actually shared questions. I shared the question of people to actually tell me what are the weirdest assumptions they've heard by traditional healers, and obviously I'd be answering it here. Guys, when I got the assumptions, some of them literally some of them literally just took me out. But I believe that we are different. We believe in different things, and some people are just ignorant. They don't want to actually take time to actually want to know something before they can actually have their say about it. I mean, I won't be bashing a certain type of religion if I really haven't taken time out to understand it fully, so that I can actually say, nah, that doesn't literally resonate with who I am, or not. But I, for one, I respect everybody, and I respect everybody else's tradition, because I believe that's what makes the world beautiful. We are different, and it's always going to be the case. I'm not here to try and convince anyone otherwise. But with regards to my podcast, I think I will literally have a link up on the description box, if I could actually say so. So yeah, let's actually dive into it. I'm so sorry. I might be a bit, hacky, because I'm not feeling too well, but because this is I wouldn't really say it's been very anticipated. Ke video e leng gore I literally promised it will be up very soon. So soon and very soon has been very sooning, eh? And so I just decided, you know what, let me just record this video so that we can actually keep it moving, right? So I'm going to be literally saying the assumptions in no particular order. I'm not going to be saying who is it from, because I believe that people know themselves, and for others there'll be voice recordings. I'm hoping that it will be able to be heard, like you'll be able to hear it from there. And I'm going to be reading them from my schedule. Like I said, it takes forever for me to actually jot these down. So yeah, here goes something. Cool. The first one is, you don't get to choose the person you want to be in a relationship with. Ilo Zilako does that on your behalf. Listen, I don't know. I've heard of that, and growing up I was always told, Uguti, whenever my ancestors feel that I'm ready to be with somebody, they will literally bring that person. So obviously, certain things is just like, oh, okay, we grow up, we meet people that we like for ourselves, and then eventually the relationship doesn't work out. But I just personally feel, I think I've also said this in my podcast, that I'm one person that feels like, I don't always want to be going through that whole vibe. No, I just want to experience life on my own. And if I hit the wall, chilled child, if it doesn't work out, then it was not meant to work out, and we just move on with life. But apparently that's the case. I wouldn't really say it's not true, but your ancestors need to actually approve of your partner, regardless if they chose the partner for you or not. But there are certain partners that won't literally be what your ancestors would actually agree to you having, because you understand that Bongaka have a lot, like Bongaka has a lot of things, man. Ke ditiro, ke go ikilela, and certain people are really not, they're not okay with the fact that you need to tell your partner that, you know what, we can't be intimate for a period of 7 days. And some people don't take that lying down. Some people would even say, what do you mean? Sometimes you have partners that don't really understand your journey and will make it even more difficult for you. So in a sense that, certain families you can't really say you're going to marry into because of certain principles on how they do life and what they believe in. So I think it makes it more easier if you're going to be with somebody that your ancestors literally just agreed to you having. In that sense, to say it will make your journey easier. This person will be supportive. Not to say you get what I mean. So the other one is traditional healers can't have a life outside their line of work. Child, please. I've always thought to myself, with the life that we're living in right now and how things actually have become, or how things literally have started to be, or the generation that we're living in, it's also important that, guys, life is so expensive. And if your only income is only going to be the berekelo, you'll start charging people extra. You'll start being greedy. You want to live a life, you want to go out on vacations, you want certain things for yourself. And if only that is coming from Chaldewi Dirang from Dumba, then it's going to be a problem. But apparently there are some ancestors that actually don't want you to work, but then they will literally be giving you clients, or rather patients. And this thing, your ancestors will guide you to say, we are going to actually allow you 20 cents. You're going to give consultations charging 20 cents or 10 cents or 10 rand, 100 rand, whatever the case may be. But now, a lot of people, or the mistakes I see, is that people will start now being greedy. People start being greedy, overcharging, consultations, overcharging, whatever the case may be that has to do with their work. So, nah, I don't believe in that. I can't have a life. I'm human before I'm a healer, I'm kaone before I'm bongane. I have to live my life because I believe Uguti Iluzilami also had their life to live. And yeah, I need to also do the things that make me happy. And you need to just find a balance, right? So being seen as baloi just because we can't see things because you can see things they can't. Like I said before, I mean, people need to differentiate. There's baloi, there's dingaka, there's masangoma. And there's a fine line between sangoma, lingaka, how they do things. Liling lagita, liling, they just give consultations, kamarapo, and then haikiti, chocha. So there's labels under this whole thing, African spirituality, gonna get a bongaka. You understand? Or African traditional what. But guys, so you need to actually know how to actually differentiate those. Some operate from the kingdom of darkness and some operate from the kingdom of light. You can't do both. I, for one, believe that. So I don't know what others would say. They don't have a relationship with God, aren't Christian, don't go to church, guys, please. I think people miss the point ya gore re rapela modimo as well. Guys, even lele khodu a le tsamala go utswa le rapela modimo. Like, what do you mean? But what I'm saying is, if most of you guys know me and follow my social media, especially on Instagram, I never used to be one to actually share that spiritual side of me and what I do, but I felt like a lot of people just feel like bongaka, le postole is associated with people that don't really know much. batho ba ba sa rutegang and all of that. So I just wanted to show people sometimes what you see is not what you get, because some people will literally prejudge you without even knowing you, right? And a lot of people are really shocked gore ke tsena apostola. But I'm always in church almost all the time, and ke ngwana ga mabishopo, ke mosebeletsi, ke a sebeletsa ko kerekeng, ke moporofeta. So Modimo is at that, like at the top of everything. Modimo o dirisa badimo to actually get to us, because you relate better to people by long gore man. And I feel like Modimo na tlhaga ka ha ba gaetso. I don't even know gore go ka to tshwana leng, but I believe that we were just gonna run away. You understand? So harara pele badimo, we acknowledge our ancestors, and these people bring us messages. And yeah, I think it's just a chain of making life simple. I think some people just believe in ancestors, ha go te ke bo Maria le bo David le bo Abraham, ke sa itse. But yeah, they can't have a slay queen look. They can't have a slay queen look, e.g. they can't do their hair, nails, makeup, wear short skin revealing clothes. I mean, guys, come on, we are human. Like, I'm not gonna be here and get nesidimo mo lefating, carry ancestors and also be an ancestor when I'm alive. It doesn't make sense. Hence, I said there needs to be a balance. You find that there are people by after their ancestors are not comfortable with them wearing wigs or painting their nails. It differs from person to person. I mean, and the same way that God said we are gifted with gifts, that we are supposed to help people in good ways using these gifts. I don't have a problem with people using their gift, but as long as they're not using it in a way to benefit for their own selfish reasons and needs. And I believe the whole word slay queenie came from somebody who was saying I'm slay, beautiful and all of that. So people literally turned it to be something else. But then also, how long ago all the time, we need to look nice. I mean, there's time for everything and a place for everything. So if you feel like you are able to wear your own clothes, look nice, and go to certain places and be with certain people. I can't always be wearing my hair everywhere I go, but I don't really see the need for that. I don't know with other people, but I'm just speaking for myself. Balo, especially you work with Muti, guys. Not everybody knows Muti, right? Just the same way you go to Lefetlo, we go there for different reasons. Sometimes it's either you're going to go there to just heal and move on with your life, or you're there to heal and also practice, or you're there to heal, practice, and also train as being a gobela. It's different for every one of us. It depends on your ancestors and why you had to go in the first place. Secondly, you might not have initiates, and you not having initiates doesn't mean how it was ascended. Can we also get that right? Guys, muti ke so seleng gore selaelwa ke badimo on how to heal somebody, being guided by their own ancestors, telling you how to do it. And it doesn't mean gore everywhere you go your ancestors would literally allow those people the opportunity to be able to actually understand you like that as an individual or as a person, right? Because badimo ba rena they resonate with certain people and certain yangas, and sometimes motho o dirisa ditlhare tsa Setswana and then it doesn't work on you because of your background and your lineage or whatever the case may be. So muti, there's good muti, there's bad muti. It depends on the person that you are and how you're going to actually use that. So yeah, it's associated with poverty and they don't. Well, I think a lot of people are misinformed, and this is a topic a lot of people don't want to learn, and people are not inquisitive. People don't want to take the time to actually understand bongaka. Well, we are different, but I believe that cleanliness is next to godliness. Guys, you need and I for one, I mean, if there's people that actually know me, I'm one with sense, and I don't understand the whole thing so that I can prove why. No, maybe getting a I don't know, but As for me, with impande yasekhaya, we don't do that. We allow people to bath and look clean, look presentable in a good way. So this one year poverty, I don't understand it because I believe if you have ancestors and your ancestors literally disrupted your life for you to go and be initiated, they should do right by you. It's not always about being rich, but being able to afford the kind of lifestyle that you want to live. I mean, it's a communication you can have with your ancestors as well to say, I didn't actually do this to suffer. You went to initiation school, you are doing things the way they ask you to do, you'll be rewarded. You understand? Not that you're worshipping your ancestors. No. Ke setso sa rona re ma-Africa before anything else. And that's why a lot of people are not getting ahead, because how when people are just coming in to eat, that's the more do because say so once you do right by your ancestors, they'll do right by you. Luck will be by your side. You'll have favor with the Lord. You know, it will be fun. It will be nice. They drive the right. They stay in mansions. So poverty and Christianity can't be linked to totlego. I really don't understand people that think like that. But it's very weird because coming to think of it, but literally flourishing with life. But I think that's another topic for another day. I'm not here for that. But all I'm just saying is that, guys, no ways. Poverty, I can't be doing right by ancestors. Kids in school, I mean, it's besides bongaka hela. What's in school, obadile. While berekela, it's not always about badimo this, badimo that. I've never been that individual. They're not allowed to pray to God and badim. Guys, I think I've answered this before. We acknowledge our ancestors and their presence, and we do right by them. And then rapela mudim. Right. Yeah, rapela mudim. There's no way barata chelete and they do not heal. Well, this depends. Like, it differs from one healer to another. Like I said, some people are just going to being a healer or just for vibes. You know, some people see it as an opportunity to make money. It differs from one person to another. I'm not going to sit here and say every healer is doing things right and doing it by the book. People are not there for the money. But like I said, for some of us, our ancestors would literally guide us to say, and that's it. That's standard. I mean, when my mother started off practicing as a healer, 20 cent for God knows how long. My mama 20 cent. And I berekela. Sometimes your ancestors you're there to help somebody. You're not there to uzuze something out of it. That's why that's why my mom is working, and we are not solely focused on bongaka, because that's where the greed will come at. Because of the pressure of life and how things are expensive, you'll start doing things just for the money. And when you see people batla, then you start now doing things. You may start fine, and then you start like Satan. Money is not evil, but the things people are willing to do to get the money is the root of all evil. So yeah, it's different for everyone. But as for me, no, guys, it's not even about that. You know, there's some people I mean, there's a lot of people and they're literally out there living their lives, you know. So yeah. Traditional healers are not Christian. Hey guys, now I go to church. There are healers, they are not going to go to church. They also believe that you can't be a traditional healer. I mean, I believe. I don't think in this generation, you are well in the know of things. You read books, you go out there, you explore, you understand certain things. You'll still be thinking like that, right? And I still acknowledge my ancestors because they guide. They give answers, they help by the help ya Mudimu. Mudimu ke ena romang badimo. Le matla re fileng one. Everything started ko Mudimu. So it's been working perfectly fine for me. So if somebody else feels or literally believes differently, I wouldn't be there to attack or anything. Only God stands that high. I had this assumption when I was still young, and I didn't know better. Well, this is somebody actually adding on to that. Let us hear this one.
The weirdest assumptions to get doing a traditional healers is that they lie a lot. You'd they'd say to you, "What are something says and then they'd come to your yard, but only to find out and then they pretend as if banta so can take something selling for badly lense so they lie to people so you think no then need to bana hona se ba sentse mo jarteng and then no ke bone ne ba sentse so they just want you to believe hore ba khona go sense actually yeah I had that from TikTok.
Yeah, I've heard about that myself, that there are healers that will act as if there are things in your yard, and then they are coming with those things, and then they remove them so that you believe them, and then you give them your money. Like I've said previously, guys, some people are in this for the money, some people are here for the rag, some people are just here as an opportunity of making money and as a way of making money. There's scammers in everything. There's scammers Baba Ruti, there's scammers of anything. Baporofeta, there's scammers of everything. So when you just need to tread carefully, listen to your intuition. Modiso wa gago will never lie to you. When something feels off, it definitely is. But give people a chance. You can't label us all. Like I said, guys. Nah. Itlhele ke utlwa gote ba lawyer ha o ya ko malapeng a bone ba tsaya metlhala. Yeah, it's not always dingaka tse di lawyang, guys, and it's very weird that I'd literally say that a lot of people that actually do witchcraft are people that you wouldn't even think of. There's people that are literally looking so beautiful that you wouldn't even think they would literally go that direction. And it's not always healers that do witchcraft. There are people that would literally barole ditlhako and go to a healer, baloye motho o mong, or just go and get certain things and badireboloe. It's not only healers that actually do witchcraft. So we need to also get that and understand that. But we're living in a world that people are hungry. People are just willing to do anything for money. And batho ba sule matswalo, and yeah, people will just do the weirdest of things. And of late, nothing really shocks me because people do weird things. But then again, let's keep it moving. Hi. The top one would be that they are far from God, are ungodly, because God and ancestors apparently don't go hand in hand. They lie and will mislead you. They like attention and acting, especially when in a trance. I love the last part. They like attention and acting, especially in a trance. There are certain people that would go to initiation school to just try and want to control people. And it's not nice. Like I said, it's okay to have to go and answer to your calling. That's if you really have one. And I've said this before, that if you really have a calling, it will keep calling you. But if you start then using your calling to manipulate people and to use it for your own benefits and selfish reasons, then it's no longer a gift that was given to you to help others. It's no longer a gift that is supposed to be a gift that makes people's lives easier and being a blessing to others. So that's where my problem is. And I still see other people that are healers that also fake being in a trance, which is very weird, because why would you do that? Like, what is the reason? You understand? I believe that there's more to life, that people literally walk, breathe, sleep, bungaka, bungaka, this and that. It starts being a problem when everything is about badimo bar, badimo this and that, badimo baka bar ke sa bua le wena, badimo baka this and that. It's very scary. That's a very scary level. When you start seeing somebody actually act like that, that's when you know what awa noise. This person will actually say anything and everything to convince people. There are people ba ratang go tshogiwa. When you enter the building, people should actually feel your presence. Now, Now, literally, you need to guide us. You need to show us the way. Badimo bareng. You are the voice of the gods, guys. Come on. People really need to relax. Take it from me. People really need to relax, guys. You don't have to. I mean, Badimo le bana ba zontse re batle ba ikhutsa, honestly. It can't be Badimo 24/7. Then that's just you worshiping Badimo le Badimo. Modimo le Badimo. And ke bona ke sure le bona ba upwa ke tlhogo wherever they are. But this thing of lying and misleading, guys, it works with everything and anything. I mean, people will just do things to benefit themselves. And if you see you're in a predicament, the first instinct would be to lie. In most cases, that's what I've noticed, and that's what I see with people. So, yeah, it's not something that needs to be literally so one said, Barara lawyer, we can automatically read them without even having to concentrate, guys. Land got the powers. Nah, no. You need to concentrate to be able to give a consultation because everything happens in the spiritual realm. So if I'm not concentrating and I'm just like not even trying to tap into my spiritual space, how am I going to be able to do that? And why are you trying to read people's minds? This is the same thing that I just also explained to say some people just take that overboard. Like they literally over exaggerate. Certain things that I hear about healers, guys, know is, and we don't know it all. And apparently we are immune to pain. We are human. Like I said, we are human before Nadingaga. There's just no way that we are immune to pain. We feel. We have blood running through our veins. If you cut us, we bleed. You know? So I really don't understand. We are immortal. We are immune to dying also. I guess there's nothing like that. Just don't take it overboard. Like we should know everything about ourselves, and anything that happens to us we already knew, guys. I mean, how nalebadimu you can be guided to say you can be actually told there's harm coming your way, or there's certain things that are literally coming your way that you need to be careful of, right? And sometimes we're in denial, and sometimes you're never really sure. Sometimes you don't want to listen, you know, and then something then happens. But sometimes character building also, and we are just human like every other person. Like everything we go through, we need to grow through. And we learn through different experiences. We are not any different from the next person when it comes to pain and life experiences and challenges. We haven't met with those more than the normal person. So I find that very weird. That we are immune to pain. I've never heard of that, but all I know is pain. I think I've even made friends with pain because, like I say, we are met with challenges more than the normal person. So it just doesn't make sense. And people actually looking at you weird. How can that happen to you? Why are you sick? Get red flag or doctoring. Nah, guys, there's nothing like that. So, and then another one says, you give that hakiti answer, you need to go back. We are all in one sangomas rasidi lara e paratl. Guys, like I've said, I've mentioned this earlier, there's different departments. Even doctor. Not every doctor is a GP. There's physiotherapists, there's orthodontists, the list goes on, but they fall all under one perimeter, medical doctors or medicine, whatever the case may be. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like medicine, specialist, you know, Libumbongakeng is the same thing. Even in healing, it's the same thing. There's no difference. Harega kerana batobare dupang rotle, where we are literally removing weird objects from people's body, or budisi or you know, foreign objects from people's bodies. Reka seke rana batho ba eleng gore rotlhe re dira the same thing. Everybody specializes with different things according to your ancestors and how you were gifted and how you're supposed to be using your gift. So come on, guys. Come on, please. We can't be the same. Me ha o tlhatlhoba ka kereso o moloi metsi o bereka ka noga. Bible mo profeta mme ke a taola o ngaka tota. Guys, come on also. There are different ways to give consultations. Ke metsi some use the Bible, some use ditaola, some use moya, and like nakena lebalozi, some use whistles. Like it's different. It's different. You just need to understand your calling, and all these other things are just acting, guys. Come on. Gore batla loa, guys. Bolo is just, and sometimes rona re itoa because some people believe in witchcraft so bad. Like gona batho ba dumela mo boloing go feta le go dumela mo modimong, like with everything, like any little thing ke boloi, guys. Ha ke gane boloi is there, it exists. Trust you me, it's there. It exists. With the things that I've seen so far in my life, it exists. But don't give so much power to boloi that at every given thing and your first instinct ke boloi, hey, you need to run, hey, mang one doya, guys. Can you believe in God? Tlogelang go lela le tshele botshelo jo ka reng ga lona tumelo. Prayer changes everything and breaks all protocol. Ke ra le masenke a melta. You understand? My first instinct is to pray in anything and everything because ke godisitswe ka thapelo. So I ke tlhaloganye, I for one, ke dumela mo go teng mo ke a loiwe because this is evidence. This is beyond reasonable doubt that this is witchcraft, pure witchcraft. But other things are just challenges tsa botshelo. And now because I'm your friend and kengaka, now everything, when things go south, you need to also just look at me ka side eye gore no, guys, come on. No. Gore ba dirisa dirwe body parts tsa batho go ipha matla kana go phekola batho for chelete. Guys, if you go to initiation school, I believe the power that is bestowed upon your life or the powers that you are given, it's enough to actually be sufficient for you as a person. And there's a reason why o hile go tlhatlhoba hela, there's a reason why o khona go tsenya dibata le go dira metheola only. O sa oketsa o sa fokotsa, because it's not a gift that you gave yourself. As for body parts, tseo ke boloi, guys. Apparently some people do that, not even healers only. There are people that actually do business and use people's body parts and hasidingak. So what about those? Because of the stories that we are hearing, people people being abducted and their body parts missing from their bodies. As for that, apparently it exists. I don't know. But as for healers only being blamed for that, that's a lie. Because people are willing to do anything just to get that money, guys. People are willing to do anything to be rich. People buy a twala, people buy koketsa di business, people buy pasiriti. So people do the weirdest of things. And of late, I'm not even shook by anything. But as for that, I've never used anybody's body parts, and I don't think I'll even get to that. Yo, guys, let alone tokolosi. So literally a dead body. I am scared of a dead body, guys. So I can't see myself working with somebody's body parts. For what? Like seriti sa motho sone is tunes, guys. What about isiriti sami? Nah, guys, come on. I don't know about others. Maybe somebody's watching this video and is a healer and actually does that. Kudos to you. But I, for one, I can't do that. Like I've said with my podcast, I'm not for darkness. I'm not for darkness. In the marshmallow, guys, I believe in God. I believe in my ancestors. And it's working for me perfectly. I can't be tapping into darkness because I believe darkness and light can't go hand in hand. You understand? So one must die, guys. Matlhaka waits, you know. You can actually tell Hori, the girl is not feeling well, but this is literally worth my while. This is literally worth my while.
There was this other time I got a message on Facebook. The message, I wasn't friends with that person. We were not friends on Facebook. Personally, mutual friends. Okay, fine. He sends me this message. He says that so he can help me. And then every time my mom the message, I'm like, yo, what's on my what's a busy? And I get a profile in your head. It's
guys, you know, some people are just sent to your life to just make sure you know, some things are just meleko e tlong go testa go bona gore tumelo ya gago e how far. Be careful of people ba ba le tlhatlhobang on the internet le gone without you asking. It's just the same way somebody actually sending you a message to actually say you won money, but you didn't enter a competition. Njani. So don't just fall prey. Don't be scared. Don't be... Le sa thuswa ke batho ba le kopanang le bone le sa beitsi. Mara go tsule ka festele re sitse re ke gamang. Guys, I for one, I have a spirit indestructible. But okay, I will panic a bit. I will cry, but you will take a lot for you to take me down. So such things, get the advert that's about to you just look at such things. Don't even give it day of light. Like the light of day. Don't even give it the light of day. Don't even put it in your mind. So certain things, and these are the kind of people that are literally scamming you. Somebody that doesn't know you. I mean, and when things go bad, it's always people that you love with, people that are around you, family, and what. Because so learn to discern, thread carefully, reza your intuition, pray without ceasing. Make that a habit. Pray about anything and everything, every individual in your life, whatever thing. Don't make plans without involving me. So such people, I mean, you don't even take heart to such things, man. You just keep it moving. But if you are gullible and you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. Such people. Next thing, then some people, you're so weak that they even use voodoo on you. They found you where next thing you're a zombie. You're literally going and taking out your whole furniture and handing it to these people. Guys, we are living in hard times. Stay prayed up. Not that much. We are all met with misfortunes, hardship and all of that. But, guys, come on. Well, true. You're in trouble. Not I don't believe that somebody's gonna take my nail. That's one thing for sure. You can do something, maybe something is just not coping like it used to. But and will never be born to actually be able to have that power to do that to me, because I don't think my ancestors will put me through so much trouble at a young age, so much misfortune, so much trials and tribulations for somebody to just snap up and take my nail and then it's gone just like that. Then if I was born with it and God knew that this is how I was going to live, was also my nail being taken part of the program? How, guys, nambotlal motho a ka mpana go sira gore but somebody a ka se tswale so sa se bulang. Honestly, go na le batho ba ba stoutu ba nang le bo shiga they do always want to try things out. Yes, people can actually try and do weird things with you, and o heletse o sa tlholo o tlhatlhoba like before, bona like before, mara go sa timicho. Other things are things that people do to themselves. You guys experiment, to fully awake. Nobody sent you there. When things hit the fan, y'all take yourselves to initiation schools la dimpandeng la go fully awake. You are not seeing what you're doing, or it's not a decision. Like with us, it's not a decision you take now and suddenly we are saying, okay, yeah, welcome, yeah, come Zopatla, this is your name. No, it's a process. So when things hit the fan, sometimes we should also hold ourselves accountable for the things that happens to us. That they are not hygienic, guys. Come on, I've addressed this. There's just nothing like that. I mean, bonang isangoma must be clean, guys. Isangoma, guys. You can go check out my Instagram at Gaunumudimu. Right. I might not be rich, but I live within my means, and I think I'm really doing well for myself for now. I'm not where I used to be. I'm in a better space than I was a year ago, and that's a daily and yearly challenge and goal for me. So there's just no way I'm not hygienic. As an example, Right, let's move. That 90% of male traditional healers like to take advantage of their learners. Guys, we're living in very hectic days. If anything, there are people that do the weirdest and the most weirdest of things. I understand that some people have twasa, and then they take advantage of bana babang. Some batwasite, and they see that as leverage to actually do the weirdest of things. So be very careful. Go to where your ancestors really, really guide you. Sometimes, yes, I hear that there are some gobelas that are very weird and they do the weirdest of things to the initiates, especially Baba Nna. But it doesn't mean that Baba Sadile, they are not equally as weird. But mostly Banna. Just be careful. Pray about it. Ask your ancestors if that's where you need to go. And if you feel off, even by entering where you need to go, and tomorrow you feel different, that's just it. But as for that one, Tamkulu waka is male. And Shem, he was very respectful. Even when I had to literally take my bath, he would never even go into my room. He has never even seen me naked, so I don't even want to start lying and start to be different. Ukampani fully naked, maybe ukampani khate maybe skinny nyana or ne ke apere lesela, because there are certain rituals that you'd have to do. Esenza boloi na re tsamaya masigo batho re kukunela batho. But you know that you're not supposed to be eating it fully dressed, and this and that, and yeah, other things. If you need clarity with other things, you can actually DM me, you can send a message, but I'm not going to be oversharing. Like I said, I respect my ancestors, I respect to those that understand will understand. So I'm not going to be here and acting all fresh, trying to get followers, trying to get likes, and doing the things that's selling out my ancestors and the whole practice that needs to remain sacred. So that's that. All I'm just saying is that, can you just go to a place where you are guided to go? Don't be doing things just in the name of doing things. So also, I think this video is going to be very long, so I'm thinking of making it a part 1 and a part 2. So yes, keep it locked. Don't move. Don't move. We shall definitely continue this in part 2. Thank you so much for taking time out to listen. I shall definitely see you in the part 2. I shall see you in the next video. Togozan.